Getting a PlayStation 5 in 2020 was virtually impossible without spending double the retail value of the system. However, going into 2021, Sony has ramped up production and plans to have stock constantly rolling out the entire year. So let's take a look at the biggest games coming to PlayStation 5 in 2021. Starting off the list at number 12, we have Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. This is an action-adventure game which is the next installment of the famous series that was launched in 2002. You'll still have the same action-based gameplay, but players will be given the opportunity to explore many different worlds, between which will move through portals. The game was designed for the PlayStation 5 only, and is set to release in the first half of 2021 as a PlayStation 5 exclusive. Black Myth: Wukong is an action RPG developed by Game Science Studios. The game is based on the traditional Chinese novel Journey to the West, and the main character of the game is Wukong. The main feature of Black Myth: Wukong is fighting with the stick, and this weapon has a wide range of functions. It allows you not only to attack enemies, but also to block blows and bounce arrows, and additionally, the protagonist has the possibility to change his form. No official release date has been announced, and the developers have stated they'll release it when the game is ready.
I have something for you, Diego. Give me a...
Far Cry 6 takes us to Yara, a tropical country inspired by Cuba. Anton Castillo is in charge, and his life's goal is to rebuild the country and bring it back to its glory of 50 years ago, when his father was the dictator. You play as Danny Rojas, a warrior of the local resistance movement that's trying to remove Castillo from power through both guerrilla warfare and protest in the streets of Yara's capital. Far Cry 6 is set to release on February 18th, 2021. Gotham Knights is an action RPG set in the DC Comics universe. The game begins with a message sent out from Batman in case of his death. With Batman gone, Gotham quickly becomes chaotic, and you must help clean it up by playing as one of the four main characters: Nightwing, Robin, Batgirl, and Red Hood. Each of them has unique equipment and fighting style, as well as separate skill trees and costume enhancement options. Gotham Knights is an open-world game, so you will have the freedom to fully explore Gotham, and this game does allow you to either play solo or co-op with a buddy. It is currently set for a 2021 release. Seems like every time a new PlayStation comes out, the Gran Turismo title isn't far behind, and the PS5 is no exception. Similarly to previous titles of the cycle, the players can test their racing skills by driving one of the numerous available vehicles, ranging from ordinary passenger cars to legendary racing machines. The creators have prepared a varied set of tracks, which includes both closed routes and public areas. The game also offers several game modes, both in single and multiplayer mode, which by progressing in the game you can acquire additional vehicles, racing tracks, and it also has a new expanded statistics system, which allows you to compare scores with other players. While no official release date has been announced, this game is slated to drop in the first half of 2021. Kena Bridge of Spirits is a beautiful looking action-adventure game where you play as Kena and journey to discover the secret behind the fall of your village. You'll find and collect little creatures known as Rot who will assist you in your journey, and the game seems to be focusing on fast-paced combat and solving environmental puzzles. This is definitely a new IP to keep an eye on, as Ember Labs have created a game that looks absolutely gorgeous in everything we've seen so far, to the extent that it has definitely stood out as one of the most intriguing upcoming games. This game is currently slated for a Q1 release of 2021. Project Athia, a title that will probably change for release, is a beautiful looking fantasy title from Luminous Productions. At the reveal of the game, Rogue One, a Star Wars story writer, Gary Whitta, announced he is Project Athia's writing lead and that he has led a crack team of A-list writers from the worlds of film, TV, games, and fantasy literature to create the game's universe. The trailer shows a female character traveling through burnt ruins, interesting looking wolves, and one of the coolest looking dragons I've seen. While little more is known about the game, we do know this game is targeting a 2021 release date and will be exclusive to the PS5 for 2 years after its release.
No barrier I won't cross.
Horizon Forbidden West is Guerrilla's follow-up to the wildly successful Horizon Zero Dawn, which built a new franchise on the backs of gigantic robotic dinosaurs. The sequel comes as no surprise, and it's stated to have a bigger open world than Horizon Zero Dawn and take place in the western parts of the United States. More specifically, Forbidden West stretches from Utah all the way to the Pacific coast. In the story of the game, Aloy heads to the Forbidden West to uncover the cause of string crimson blight, which is killing off plants, animals, and tribes. The game is set to introduce dozens of new machine enemies, and also looks to introduce underwater exploration. Horizon Forbidden West is set to release in the second half of 2021 as a PlayStation exclusive. While it is possible the game may eventually come to PC, the head of PlayStation has stated they have zero plans to bring this game to PC, and they remain committed to making this a PlayStation exclusive.
But whatever comes, I will be ready.
Wizards who came before. Here you will
Hogwarts Legacy is a new story set around 100 years before Harry Potter's school days. Portkey Games and Avalanche Software have stated that you'll be able to create your own Hogwarts student, explore the open world, and uncover secrets about ancient magic that may affect the future of the wizarding world. The game starts out with you receiving an acceptance letter to Hogwarts, and you soon find out you're no ordinary student. You possess an unusual ability to perceive and master ancient magic, and they've stated that you'll be able to choose whether you want to use this ability for good or yield to the temptation of sinister magic. They've also stated you'll be able to choose your house at the beginning of the game, and this game is currently set to release sometime in 2021.
Time draws near.
At number 2, we have God of War Ragnarok. I honestly don't know how much more excited I can be for a game. God of War on the PlayStation 4 won pretty much every Game of the Year award out there and is considered a must-play for any action RPG fan. There really hasn't been much information given to us regarding this game besides the teaser currently playing, and what we do know is the game will release sometime in 2021 on PS5s and possibly PS4s. It's also believed Thor will be the main antagonist of the story alongside Freya.
This will be a bitter fight.
At one point in time, Square Enix was the definitive RPG powerhouse, and in recent years have struggled to find their footing. However, with Final Fantasy VII Remake surpassing most expectations and finally mastering the action combat system they've been working at for years, there's a lot of hope that Final Fantasy XVI can bring the main title games back to the forefront of the genre. This game brings us back to the roots of the Final Fantasy series, to a classical fantasy world, as you take on the role of a hero who must find a way to annihilate the plague afflicting the kingdom. While no official release date has been announced, the game has been in development for 4 years and is currently rumored for a 2021 release. So that's going to round out the top 12 PS5 games to be looking forward to going into 2021. I'd love to hear what games you believe I missed in the comments below, or any games that you're looking forward to. And if you enjoyed the video or learned about any new games, please hit that like button and consider subscribing. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.